Hi everyone, Shuzafat Blaze here, and today I'll be taking you with the weekly analysis on the 2nd of October 2021. And as our custom is, we'll be going through the risk warning, which says trading leverage products such as forex derivative may not be a suitable form of investments for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. Please ensure you fully understand the risk involved. You could just pause this video, go through this and ensure you're fully aware of the risk you're taking, and you continuing this video is an indication of your agreement to these terms as shown you above. So starting with the calendar to know what are the right currency pairs to trade, knowing that we're not going to have any news disruptions during the week, to trade safe, as we always encourage to you all. If you do not know how to trade the news, it's best stay out of the market, right? So on the month from tomorrow, we'll be having high impact on the GBP by 4 p.m. and USD on Tuesday by 3 p.m. and GBP and USD again on upcoming days. I think the week has pretty much news. Alright, but you could check on Forex Factory, to know what you expect, the high impact news, and when they are to come, when you're expecting them during the day, and have a very nice chat up on there. I'm sorry, but right now I'm having a little bit of problem with the internet connection, and somehow my trading view is not loading, so we will not be making use of that today. So moving on to the chart, we'll be analyzing 4 charts in today's analysis. We'll be doing the EURUSD, GBPUSD, XAUUSD, which is my favorite, and USTECHCASH daily. Alright, so we're using technical analysis for all of them except the USTECHCASH, which I always analyze with the moving average. Alright, so starting with the EURUSD, we'll be having a pretty nice downtrend. It's been following a very specific trend line since this trend started. As you can see, it's not so perfect, right? But we have a very smooth downtrend there, and taking note of this strong support that we had, that the price recently broke off. It wicked it out a little bit here, then finally broke it off, retested, and then pretty nice impulsive move right there. Currently we'll be having a simple retest during this week. That's what we're expecting from the market. A simple retest back to this trend line with the resistance, before it continues in this downtrend, because currently right now is in a channel. All right, and a channel is the downtrend, but in a very, very smoother pattern where you see lower highs and lower lows. So lower high, lower low, sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, and all that. So I didn't just draw the second part of the second trend line here indicating the support of the channel, because it wouldn't be that perfect. And at the same time, I wanted you guys to really take note of this resistance, this support here now turning to a resistance. Very, very key. All right, so we're simply expecting a pretty nice push up, as it formed a top bottom recently. We're expecting a very pretty nice push up back to this point, and then they'll be taking a nice sell from there. All right, so that's all for the EURUSD. We're expecting it's currently in the downtrend. I'm just having a retest and then continue the trend from there. Moving on to the GBPUSD, also has been a very nice downtrend, but recently we had a very impulsive bullish move on the GBPUSD, and but this week, in the coming week, what we're expecting is a pretty nice retest to this very key resistance zone. I use the Fibonacci here to get the extent of the retracement. How we use the Fibonacci. So you want to know about how we use the Fibonacci tool, how we know how much a particular price of a currency pair is going to retrace and all that. You could check out TradewithBolu onlineservices.com, and you would have all the details about our trading courses, where you'll be taught all these things accordingly. All right, so here we have a very sorry, let me zoom up a bit. We have a very excuse me, we have a very nice resistance here, and you know, I traded Fibonacci, and somehow this coincides within the same region. It coincides with the 61.8 Fibonacci region, which is a very, very reliable Fibonacci region. So we're expecting a pretty nice impulsive move to continue here. It's continuing the retracement. We're expecting a nice impulsive move up to this region, and then you know, could have a reversal, you know, at the downtrend, which will actually be forming a trend line here, because it needs to be a trending pattern, you know, so we'll be able to draw a trend line and see how that works out. All right, so that's what we're expecting on the GBP USD. Moving on to the gold, like I said, is my favorite. All right, with a very nice impulse bearish move. All right, but this previous week we had from the 29th, sorry, where the about 300 pips retracements, you know, total of 400 and something pips retracements, all right, which broke off our very reliable resistance of the trend line, all right, and broke it off, you know, came back and then finally broke it with a very positive move, and that's what's currently happening. All right, so what we're expecting is a pretty nice retest on this trend line and before it continues to break out, because right now we're actually confirmed, we have a confirmed breakout here. You know, we're just expecting this price to, mostly what happens is it's going to break out this high which it has set here. It's going to break out these 2 weeks, you know, higher. It's going to go higher than these 2 weeks and then have a nice retest before continuing that trend. All right, but we all know the XAUUSD to be volatile, so you want to be very, very precise on your news. You know, check your Australian dollar, because they correlate and all that stuff. All right, so not wasting too much time on that, we're going to check the US Tech Cash daily. All right, so like I said, I use the moving averages to trade these. All right, you could have your own strategies, but just that, you know, I marked out this trend line because it's a very key level. All right, we've had previous retests on this particular trend line. All right, you can see 1, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You know, now we're expecting the 6th retest, and the price is very smoothly, you know, working towards that. As you can see, this is the 6th EMA, this is the 6th, sorry, the 6th EMA 18 and the 50, and you can see that the 6 and the 50 are slowly going below the 50. We have the 18, the 6, which is already below the 50, and the 18 also about to cross the 50. Then what we're currently expecting, the pretty nice retest to this trend line, then we can capture that trend all the way up, because currently we are in a very superb up trend on the US Tech Cash, which is also known as the NASDAQ. All right, so that's all we'll be expecting for this week. I'm Joseph Bless here from TradewithBolu Online Services, and I wish you a happy trading week. Thank you.